Are we on?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're on.
You're the tech guy.
Welcome, everybody, to the Dave and Joe Liberty Stand once more. Thank you for joining us this beautiful time of your life. Because we don't know what time you're watching this. So, hey, Dave lit one up just a second ago. So he's ready to go, too. So, okay, so we were talking
First
about
of all, don't say
focusing.
Dave lit one up. This is a cigarette. It's a Marlboro cigarette.
Are you saying it maybe implies as a joint or something?
Yeah, I may be saying.
Well, before we know it, we're gonna have marijuana's gonna be legal in all 50 states.
Okay. We're gonna go completely off course. Leave it to you to no, because now I have
You want
to
to go
say
there?
it. I have
Okay,
to.
all right. Go right ahead.
All right. Okay.
Just like something else, I'm
I'm
not gonna mention.
I'm a constitutional guy. I think we've established that in the first couple episodes. There's zero rules about drugs in the Constitution. There's zero.
It's a
And
social.
Amendment 10 says anything not in the Constitution leaves it up to the states.
Okay.
So constitutionally, that is a state thing. I'm not for drugs. I'm not
Illegal
for
drugs.
Well,
There's all kind of drugs out there, that are legal.
I think it's a bad idea. But no.
But that's not where we want to focus.
We don't. First of all, we're not going to focus on it. But
What? No. Why do you think it's a bad idea? We can cut this out later. But what do you?
okay. Well, I'm someone who likes to drink frequently. Have you ever noticed that about me?
No, really.
Yeah, I do. I like to have.
I did not. Know
I like to
that.
pull a cork once in a while. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And that's nobody will know what that means unless you're hungry. But I like to have a drink. But I'm having water now, Greg, because it's Sunday.
good job. All right. We're getting ready for Monday.
Anyway, no, I think, and they tried to ban alcohol. The 18th Amendment.
Was that
Banning
the
of
prohibition?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
21st Amendment was way better than that. That was when they decided that was a stupid idea.
Oh, really?
And,
That's the 21st.
And they legalized it again. So anyway,
There we go.
I think it's a really bad idea to. People are going to do drugs. It's a way for the state to get money. With
marijuana, you mean?
No, I mean drugs. I mean everything.
How would the state get money from drugs?
Well, they arrest you. There's lawyers.
That costs money, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The
Guess
state.
No.
Well, the people.
Yes. Okay, the lawyers for the state
Yeah.
are paid by the citizens.
Right.
The lawyers for the plaintiffs are paid by themselves, or if they're too poor,
Mhm.
they're appointed a lawyer by who?
The state.
Which
The
the money
people.
comes from.
The people.
There you go.
Taxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it make a more productive society? I would say no.
What, marijuana?
Drugs in general. I don't care what it is. Drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't think it's a good idea. And I'm not going to lie, I've done drugs. Okay? But it's a bad idea, and you shouldn't do it. And but it's up to the states. It's up to them.
Right.
According to the Constitution, because I'm a constitutional guy. Whatever that says, that's what it says.
Mm-hmm.
And,
The state votes, because ultimately the state is made up of the people who vote.
All right.
Vote for the representatives who make the laws, or vote for the new law to be established. Like the people in Colorado voted for marijuana
Right.
legal
And they
to
want
be legal, and the
I guess.
people voted that.
Right.
But the problem is, I see, honestly, today, some things are happening today. The people aren't voting for these things that are being pushed onto the people. Like some very sensitive areas of marriage,
Yes.
and,
They railroad things through.
things like that. What's that?
There's very big lobbyist groups that
Push.
And they
Push for what they want to push.
and they act. Even though they're like 8% of the population, they make it look like you're the outsider.
Well, what they
they
make it like not cool or not politically
Right,
correct.
Right. You're out of
You're a bigot.
you're out of step, man.
You're judging.
You're an old.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do they say that?
You're an old fogey. You're out of touch.
The old. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are in the olden days. That doesn't apply.
But guess what?
But I'm gonna say
in
something
the olden
too.
days, everybody got to make money.
And in
liked
the olden
their
days,
lives. And everybody was, not everybody, but a lot more people knew where they were going and had a plan, which made their life happy. I mean,
why don't we today? Because we're just so
because everything's okay no matter what. Yeah. And everybody's so stressed because everything's a crisis.
Right.
Oh my God, everything's a crisis.
Right.
Well,
we need to stand up for the everything, the little guy, the whatever.
You know what?
The issues are maybe.
We're a group thinking we're sheep. Well, we ain't. We're not.
Oh.
But no, we're sheep. We just follow the herd.
That's right out of the Bible.
I
had our pastor talk about that this morning.
Really?
Sheep. Yeah, we're sheep.
Tell me more about
going
that.
astray. Well, the Bible talks that we're foolish. We're like sheep. We're foolish. We're lost. We're wandering, and we need a shepherd. But God designed us to be in a relationship with Him and to seek Him for direction because He loves us that much that He gave us freedoms, obviously, to choose.
Free will.
Thank you. But He wants us to come to Him as lost sheep.
Well, and that's what. That's okay.
That's a loving.
Wow.
Father.
Okay, we're going way off where we're going to today, and it's okay. This is a good.
I hope so.
The reason why America was successful and why we were so rewarded and blessed, and the reason why battles happened that came our way that should not have, was because He was on our side, and the reason He was on our side was because we were a moral and just people.
God.
And America is an experiment with man can govern himself. He doesn't need somebody else telling him what to do or how to do it.
As we've gone along.
No. I mean, that was the experiment of America. But it was also said, I forget, was it Adams?
Don't ask me.
He said, this can only succeed with an informed and moral citizen.
Compass or something.
Well, guess what, kids? We're not moral and we're not informed. I'm not going to teach you how to be moral because that's what I got jail for.
Well, we're going to point you to God, who,
but
in that aspect, too.
But you need to be informed, or you're an idiot. I'm sorry you are. If you don't know anything, I don't even know why you're.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, because I'm being informed by Dave. So.
Well, you know what's funny? Okay, this is fun. We'll just all be friends here. Well, that's the whole point, right?
I like that. I love that. That's awesome.
I was showing the last episode to my friend Britton, a good friend of mine. He's like my brother. I've known him for a long time, and we were, I don't know, a third of the way into it or something. And I said, "Isn't that, there was this part, and Joe was asking me something, and I said, "Isn't that cool?" He goes, "You know what's cool about it?" He said, "We're all learning." He said, "You were telling Joe something he didn't know about the Constitution or something, but he was telling you something a minute ago about the Bible or God that you didn't know." And that's what's really cool. And as soon as Joe gets off his butt and starts getting so we can talk to you online, we'll all learn from you all too.
Yeah, we need to get that.
Chop, chop.
Well, I'm gonna throw that back on you. I need the snippets.
Okay, I don't know what you want me to do with it. I don't understand.
Well, like the role of one of the things, the role of the government.
I don't know how to.
That's okay. We'll get to that.
No, I want you to explain it to me. What do you want me to do?
Oh, well, just we want to whatever we want to get your attention. And so let's say you're not going to watch this video unless you have a reason, something that kind of
We're going to have Pretty Girls on
you.
very soon. I'm already working on that.
Okay.
I'm drinking
We
water.
actually talked to my
I'm,
wife.
I'm drinking water today. Okay, I'm not.
Hey, get that thing out of here. Well, so anyway, whether it's pretty girls or an important message, our goal is to kind of get your
You
attention.
get Mandy.
You, okay. All
Anyway,
right.
go
All
ahead,
right.
Joe. Go with it.
Well, just to get your attention, so you'll want to learn more and get more information from what the Dave and Joe Liberty Stand has to say about these issues that are going on all around us. I think again we become complacent. We become like, okay, I'm good about all this stuff. I mean, I'm good in my life. I have a roof over my head. I got food on my table. I got a lovely family and whatnot, or whatever family is defined as today. But
Well, that's another problem.
yeah. Well, and ultimately, though, I think one of the things that kind of came to my mind recently was the world saying, go after whatever you want as long as it makes you happy, because there's no right and wrong. Because what's right for you may not be right for me, and vice versa. But ultimately, one thing, if it's a lie, if it's not good, it's just like marijuana, okay? If the truth about marijuana is ultimately it's not good for you because this, that, or the other,
I'm smoking a cigarette. This.
and that person goes after that, and they do that drug, they whatever that drug may be, but in this case marijuana, and then they get to the end of the road, and they're still in the pit of mire and muck, the depravity of their life, and it's no better
But
than
Joe,
it was when they began.
I got
That lie that marijuana was not good.
I got to
is
step
still,
in. On
yeah.
this.
No, please.
I know a lot of people that are very professional people, make way more money than I do.
Yeah. Who are doing marijuana?
They smoke pot. They're fine.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about the regular people you see on the street, homeless or whatever, and they just instead of buying a sandwich, if they got a couple bucks,
Oh,
they'll go and buy
they buy a joint.
It's different. I mean, I drink a lot, but I keep a.
Well, but
I mean,
ultimately is what do we turn to? That's right. That's we should. What should we turn to in life? And
Individualism.
ultimately,
Everybody's different.
right? Yeah.
Everybody's different. This lawyer that smokes pot has a nice house and a
Mhm.
damn nice pool and all this other stuff. They're different from the dude on the street that just went to go get his free stuff from church. But he doesn't even attend to worship. And
Oh, like the
yeah,
money, the
yeah.
food, or whatever.
Right. One doesn't equal the other. I mean, it's no, it's bad. I'll tell you what. You're more apt to be that guy on the street than you are the lawyer. I'll tell you that right now. It's bad. You shouldn't do it. But I'm saying it's not necessarily one equals the other.
Well, ultimately, I guess what I'm getting at is something.
But there's-
and I use marijuana as an example because we talked about that a little bit ago. But the fact that is, are we turning to the one source that will never lie? That is never a lie, and that will never let us down because we turn to drugs, food, alcohol, sex, blah blah blah. You mention it, you name it, and it all. What I'm getting at is always the world where we're at today. The complacency is we're all grabbing for that thing that we think is going to make us happy ultimately.
Well, we all want to better
but it's
our
always
lives,
going to let us
and that's
down.
a good thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, if we go after the wrong
Why-
thing, if we go
right.
after a lie,
Right,
it's going
no.
to be a lie today, and it's going to be a lie
Well-
10 years from now when you wake up and you're in bed with a stranger, or you just woke up from a
Man, that was a
drinking
long time
binge.
ago. That was a long time.
And are we okay?
Yeah.
Confessional here. We're going to confessional.
But no, seriously.
But where we were going with that was we have no idea.
Rewind for a minute. Go back to
I have
it. Hey, that's
no
pretty
idea.
good.
Yeah.
We're all individuals. We're not in groups, people. Somewhere along the line, everybody wants to be, I'm a gay person. I'm a white guy. I'm a black. I gotta act like this or that.
Right.
You know, we're all. That's Joe. This is Dave. That's you out there.
Well, and ultimately, we all are going to answer
I
for.
don't care who you sleep with. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how old you are.
I do.
We're all different
I
people.
do.
Well, I do as far as dating. I'm a single guy, and I am specific about that.
He wants a long-term commitment.
I do. At least for the evening. But no.
Okay.
Anyway, where did we? What? Well,
What? Okay, let's go back because I wrote some notes here for this show. And we're going to start the show now.
All right, let's go. Action.
The war on police.
Okay. Yeah.
Is something you felt like you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
What does that mean? It's like what?
Okay, in the news lately, there's been a lot of the Ferguson thing. You know, that's probably the thing people remember most lately. But it's been going on for a while, and the media and the federal government want to make a big deal out of it. First of all, that was a lie. Hands up, don't shoot. That didn't happen. The guy was a thug. The guy got shot because he should have. Okay, sorry.
Be careful. I'm just saying.
The guy beat the hell out of the officer and tried to get his gun.
Mm-hmm.
People get killed.
Yeah.
I
like that better. I mean, the fact that the sensitivity.
Okay, that's what you're here for. I'm not for that. I don't care. You know what? Send me a letter.
Well, ultimately,
again,
what's the truth? I mean,
the truth is the guy tried to beat the.
Okay.
He robbed a store.
Right.
Beat the
he
clerk.
was thugging the clerk. That's all. I mean, we care about the person. We care.
And all this is whipped up over on the media,
right?
And from Washington. And actually, it goes back to Trayvon Martin, the kid.
Yeah, in Florida, right?
Yeah. Now, neither one of those guys were. I mean, even the guy that shot him, he should have shot him. The guy was pounding his head on the concrete. And I'm telling you what, I carry a gun. You're pounding my head on the concrete, you're gonna die. Okay, just so you know that. A little warning there.
Okay, I won't do that.
Don't do that because.
It's unfortunate. Anyway, we don't want to see anyone being killed.
There's a reason for this. There's a reason why the cops are being demonized. There's a reason why the cops are the bad guys. It's always no matter what kind of thug this guy is. And
the police were wrong.
They always try. They're racist cops and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, they're not. And they're doing it on purpose. And the reason they're doing it is so that the federal and they're taking away the rights of the police. Like Baltimore was the last place, and they couldn't respond to those people doing that. You know, protesting and robbing and breaking stuff and vandalizing. They couldn't do anything about it. All they could do was stand there with their shields and protect themselves. At least they got to protect themselves, I guess. But the reason for that is to stir up trouble, to make more of these things, and to have the cops look helpless under orders so that the federal government can take over and go, you know what, we can't do this local policing anymore. It doesn't work. And militarize the police on a state level. I mean, state meaning the country.
Government. Federal level. Well, to me, it's almost like, it sounds like if there's a conspiracy behind, there's a movement behind these things that are happening.
Well, a conspiracy is almost secret. If you just wake up and watch, you can see it happening.
Yeah, but ultimately, when you say they, you're talking about people in power.
Yes.
Of power in this country.
Yes. I'm not talking about regular people. I'm talking about regular people too. All these protesters, all these people, they are organized groups. They're from the unions. They're from the new Black Panthers. They're from all these left-wing groups are organizing and bringing those people out there. If you watch some of the videos from one city to the other, you can see the same people.
Yeah, and the thing is too, I think sometimes they're pawns because if we as people aren't educated in what this show's about, is educating people, But if we don't educate ourselves, if we're not aware of what's going on, we can be used just as much as anybody else in these issues. We can become part of that group that's fighting for this or that, but not necessarily understanding the underlying current,
That's why
which
we gotta
is
be individuals.
yeah.
Think
Well,
for
and the
ourselves.
bottom, like you mentioned, I wrote down from what you mentioned earlier, bottoms up, top down.
Yes.
Everything's topsy turvy.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
What,
I
what
take
Joe
good notes.
what Joe was just saying, and he is an excellent note taker.
This is like my first time.
Is you get the federal government's making all this trouble so that the local levels can't handle it because they're not allowed to. So all the citizens, the innocent citizens, where all these thugs are wreaking havoc, all the innocent citizens say, "Please, anything, please help, do anything."
Yeah.
So the federal,
It's kind of like the welfare system.
I'll come in and save you.
Yeah, that's the welfare system.
And
right?
yes, it is. But this is even more so because it militarizes.
Right.
Um,
It's
they-
just another.
There we go. We'll save you. No, please, thank you. Yes, yes. Well, guess what? Now we're a totalitarian state.
So I mean,
We
I
are-
understand what
we
you're
are
saying.
the Soviet Union.
I mean, I can see it going that way,
Going
but it's
that way,
like, how do you
we're
stop
almost
it? Is
there.
there a way to stop it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what can we do as individuals?
Do a YouTube show.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
Try to let everybody know about it. Try. Hey, I know, and if you find one that tells people about it, and they think they might be interested, share it with their friends. Put it on their Facebook and tweet it
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
I guess how.
I guess if our
that's a
tech guy
good-
got on that, I would
Yeah,
be able to do
okay.
it.
Poke, poke, poke.
All right.
No, but how do you get people interested, I guess, that they feel like it's an important issue enough to stand up and to share it? You know, so I guess that's a question. I
How
think.
is your freedom important?
Okay, so it deals with
Do you
freedom.
do you want to eat or drink anything you want? Do you want to be able to do anything you want at any time? Because you want to? Do you want the things you want available?
Kind of like the way it is now. Do you want what we have now? What we think we have now? The perceived freedom.
I'm old enough to know that most of it's gone now.
The
Everybody
freedoms.
else, nobody else knows. They don't know how much we used to have.
Can you
It's all-
explain that a little bit as far as?
Oh gosh, my go-to thing is always smoking, and that blocks out like 90% of everybody. But you used to be able to do anything you wanted, wherever. It didn't matter. There was a time. Okay, when I was a kid and I was misbehaving, driving with my friends, we were partying and stuff. You know what? The cops would pull us over and go, "All right, you guys go home, and if I see you again tonight, you're going to jail." And we did because we didn't want to.
Right,
So,
right.
and that used to work. There was a time where fireworks were fireworks, and you could get them whenever you wanted and wherever you wanted and do them. Now there's designated times, and it has to be this or that, and da da da. It seems little, it seems stupid. It's not. Business. Oh, the regulations. Kids can't have a lemonade stand because they don't have a permit.